You're listening to Fast Facts, Ask the Expert with Machell Hudson-Hoover. Welcome everyone into Fast Facts, Ask the Expert, Oral Systemic Edition with Machell Hudson-Hoover. Machell, thank you for being on today.
This is the favorite time of my month. So
here's the thing. The topic today actually, sorry listeners, this is actually recorded in December and not in June. We're releasing it, but I'm hoping that we're not too late to release this one. And look, if we end up having to reschedule some of this, then we can, because this is like the talk of the nation right now when we're talking about Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, all of these, well, one semaglutide and what's the other one, triptazide or whatever it is, all these like weight loss, injection things that are relatively new. People are losing a lot of weight. It's meant to help with maybe some diabetes issues and things like that. Like it's blown up, but I don't think that we understand this world. I don't think we understand the effects that these drugs might have on our patients. So I'm hoping for your question today is just like, hey, give us a little bit of direction on what is the potential effect on the patients, or what should we be looking out for at least?
So this is a question that I really, really love. And it's often a question I get from my patients, actually. And I also would get this question a lot from the teams that I am so blessed to work with. And it's a great question because this is so new. And this is, just like pickleball is for the sports world, this is in healthcare, probably the fastest growing drug, I would venture to guess, if not the fastest, one of the fastest growing drugs in history, at least in the United States. Because what are we in? We're in an obesity epidemic. Overweight obesity is all-time high, and it's not slowing down. And what has this drug done? It's given us hope. And for many people. And so where I have like a love-hate relationship with these drugs, because part of me is like, okay, we can really help get our patients healthy, but what's important for us to know as dental professionals? Well, what are the risks? Let's think about just the most common side effects of these drugs. And we know that we're going to see nausea. We know that we have patients suffering from GERD. Is this already raising red flags for some of you? We know that this is going to cause dry mouth. Ding, 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 ding. We play a role in this and preventing disease. And then there's so many more. Like, let's just take taste changes, disinterest in eating, so malnutrition. And what I have found with patients is I just am not thirsty, Machell. I'm not hungry. And so we're also not drinking enough water. And so we're dehydrated. Again, we know xerostomia plays a role in this. We know that our patients with GERD. And so what does that do for what we need to know? We need to know that this potentially is creating a very acidic environment in the oral microbiome. And then we also know the importance of nutrition and lifestyle change. And nutrition is such an important factor in this because our body doesn't just make these vitamins, right? And so we need to focus on encouraging a healthy lifestyle, healthy nutrition, because once these patients no longer are taking these medications, they often regain all of this weight. While they're taking these medications, if they have xerostomia, if home care is not a priority, then I do recommend seeing these patients every 2, 3, and 4 months, depending on your patient's risk, whether it be caries. Why do we ever decide that we determined recall based on perio alone? If you have a high caries risk patient that's also taking Ozempic or Wegovy or any of these drugs, 3-month recalls for those patients. I strongly recommend those. Same thing with our perio patients. We need to have these patients on pH alkaline home care products, neutral products, carie-free. Closest are safe products, good products. We know that prebiotics, probiotics, BioGaia, Probi, or hyperbiotics. I'm giving you options. I can give you more if you want more. But our goal is to maintain health within the oral microbiome. These drugs are setting us up for failure unless we come in and set our patients up for success.
Dang, so many good takeaways on this one, Machell. For me personally, your angle on having a conversation about nutrition, because since they're not going to be potentially not eating as much, they're not going to be getting the vitamins that they need. It's going to be less balanced. And so this is a nice little bit of information that you can just like package up and give to your patients that they know that you care about them. So thank you so much for all of this. If people had more questions for you, maybe about more of your recommendations, how can they reach out to you?
Oral systemic being my favorite thing to talk about, rdhhealth.com, integrativedentalcoaching.com. And I encourage you to reach out, please.
Awesome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Fast Facts Ask the Expert. If you have a topic you'd like one of our experts to answer, simply email me, Andrew at ataleoftoahygienist.com, and we will get it on the air as soon as possible. Thanks for listening.